The economy is a topic of public discourse. It seems like it's going to be with us for a while. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm WTHR reporter Kevin Rader, and joining me here at the Fort Wayne Museum of Art is Dr. Scott Adams from Taylor University School of Business. Welcome.
Thank you.
So when you look at this economy now, we've got a president elected for a second term. Obviously, he has a full plate. Everybody's talking about a financial cliff, and who knows how that's going to work out. But what do you see as the biggest challenge for the economy?
I think the first thing is trying to even get them to address that it's the economy. We're talking about cuts and the fiscal cliff and the debt ceiling, and at some point in time we think we need to think about what do we have to do to grow the economy? What do we need to do to get people back to work? And so in many ways the most helpful focus is solving that problem. You get people back to work, then your deficit gets cut. They're paying taxes. They aren't collecting unemployment, the whole system. So hopefully we can move the focus to growing the economy.
And the biggest challenge there is how to do that, isn't it?
Right, and so what you want to do is make sure you're doing those things that help businesses hire. So whether it's some type of incentive, or in many cases when you're running a business, you want to be able to focus on your business. And there's been too much focus on what do I have to do to enact the healthcare law? What do I have to do to enact a new tax code that may be coming? What do I have to do if deductions change? And it takes the focus off, what do I have to do to sell my product? So if we can clear some of the other stuff, then that leaves business owners free to work on what they actually are supposed to know how to do.
There's been a lot of talk about uncertainty in the economy because of the affordable health care plan that the president's going to be implementing. Do you see that as a big hindrance to this?
It's a hindrance because, you know, most companies like to make decisions based on the cash flows they're going to turn out of something. Well, I don't know what my cash flows are if I'm not sure what my taxes is on something or who I have to put on. So even where I work at a university, we're having to figure out how to count adjunct hours and who's 30 hours and who's not to adjust to the healthcare law. So something as simple as a college can't figure out who's 30 hours or less, and so there's a court ruling we're waiting on even. So
there's a lot of uncertainty out there.
Yes.
I know a lot of businesses have been thinking, well, and Republicans have said this all along, that when the affordable health care plan comes down the pike, some private businesses probably won't even insure employees. Therefore, wouldn't that be a bonus for business?
It could be. Clearly, people are going to do the calculation and say, it's cheaper for me to pay the fine than it is for me to put people on health insurance. So clearly, I think we'll see those decisions being made by companies. Yes, we'll just pay the fine.
When you talk about compromises coming up, where do you see some areas that we might have to do some compromising to make everything go?
Clearly on the tax piece, what we're going to do to widen the base. The reality was that the Simpkin-Bowles thing was a pretty good outline, and it was sort of unfortunate we didn't take advantage of that. Surely nobody thinks it's perfect, but we're not going to have that perfect solution. So if we could just sort of focus on something like that, which seems a reasonable attempt to do what needs to be done, I think that would help a lot instead of just some of the digging in and those pieces.
Dr. Scott Adams of Taylor University, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
That's Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Kevin Rader.